salvation and happiness. It's your season. It's your time. God has plans for your life to prosper you and to give you hope and a future. Join us and learn how God's love and power can bring hope and happiness to your life. This is your opportunity for motivation, encouragement, and purpose.
HBCU, stand up. Like Jefferson. Let's go. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the CIAC. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. It's from the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA.
Everybody, what's really happening? I'm Anthony Brown.
And I am Monique Robinson.
And you are watching another edition of the HBCU Alumni House Party. We are so glad that you are here with us today. Monique, listen, we got another great HBCU headline for today. Now, I know you are all about celebrating HBCUs as an educator, right? When you're in the classroom, you're always talking about our HBCUs. So how about this? In the state of Alabama, they have now declared the month of October as HBCU month.
Wow.
I know, right? That's just that's a party right there in a purpose. Now, Governor Kay Ivey signed a proclamation on October 3rd declaring the month as HBCU month. Now, Alabama, if you did not know, is the first state in the country to dedicate such a month to celebrate and recognize HBCUs. And that's really huge.
That's worth celebrating.
Wait, so here's more. So it was interesting enough because Dr. Ross, who's the president of Alabama State, he stated that this speaks volumes to the governor's understanding of the value of these institutions to the states of the nation. So it's not, so even though we're talking about the schools in Alabama, but this sends a clear message across the country that these schools create a significant impact. Now let's go back. Let's talk about impact, Monique. Let's talk about the
impact is huge for many reasons, because as I do advocacy, things like that matters. Because if you haven't noticed, they're doing it on the state level, but I'm in the trenches and I'm seeing churches have HBCU Sundays and schools having HBCU weeks. So
yeah.
So to me, that is
Walt Disney did a whole HBCU week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go back and let me show you real quick again about the impact just of the Alabama schools. In right now, $1.5 billion was put back into the economy. Over 15,000 jobs. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
We're talking $12.5 billion in a lifetime earning. This is all coming from UNCF's report on the economic impact of Alabama's HBCUs. Now, again, for those that did not know, there are 15 HBCUs in in Alabama. Ooh, that was a tongue twister right there for me. 15, and they are both public and private HBCUs, 2-year and 4-year HBCUs. So I think that is absolutely amazing how these institutions are providing resources and opportunities, giving back to the community, providing jobs and infrastructures and programs and youth services and the whole 9 yards. And this is not just in Alabama. These institutions across the country are doing the same kind of work every day, day in and day out.
Well, you have to also know about Alabama. Alabama State, they had a television show. So that also increased. Bama State Style was about the band.
Okay.
So the advocacy is there. This just, was a game changer.
I know for you were just watching the band, because I know you like the Honeybees.
Yes, that is you know what? If we could ever get them on here, that would make my whole life. I love the Honeybees because it speaks volumes.
Yeah.
As a plus size person, to see the Honeybees have so much confidence and so much like grace when they move, I get excited when I see them.
Right in Alabama, they're doing what they want to. I ain't gonna hold you. Listen, so today's hot topic. We got a great guest on today. Today we have none other than the founder and CEO of the Daily Gospel Network. We have the one and the only George Sanders. Yes, a graduate of Southern University and A&M College. Now, here's the thing. I'm interested to know. Hopefully we'll ask this question. We'll have time. Now, he has a degree in mechanical engineering, but now he's working in television production and broadcasting. How did that happen?
Must have found his passion somewhere else.
That's a lovely thing when you say find your passion, work your passion.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone knows George Sanders, I've gotten to know the gentleman for the last several months. He's a great joy to talk with and to inspire people in this whole industry. But we're going to talk more about George and the Daily Gospel Network. And again, so the topic for today's show is getting the good news daily. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the HBCU Alumni House Party. We'll be right back with more after this commercial break.
It's that time again. HBCU homecomings and classics are fastly approaching. Have you booked your room yet? Well, the wait is over. Book your room today for homecoming celebrations or your favorite sports classics. For more information, go to hbcuhotels.com. That's hbcuhotels.com. See you at homecoming and for your favorite classic.
Looking for inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ? Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Listen, you already know that the HBCU experience is like no other college experience. And as a matter of fact, it is an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. Now, not only should you be able to remember the time, you should also be able to represent the memory with a light on the yard apparel. Now, these shirts allow you to bring a little bit of nostalgia back by allowing you to wear the memories of being on the yard, especially from some of those landmarks that no longer exist. This is my freshman dorm right here. And right now, you can represent those memories in your dorm life and support the HBCU Alumni Care campaign with your purchase. It's really easy. Just go to www.lotyyapparel.com and search for your HBCU and dorm. Use the promo code HBCU Live, and $2 for each purchase will support the campaign. And if you don't see your school or your dorm, just drop your company a message. Use the contact us tab, and they will work on supporting your request. So what are you waiting for? Purchase a shirt, support the campaign, and represent those memories with light on the yard apparel. Your HBCU experience. And don't forget to use the promo code HBCU Live. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you again. I am so glad to have you all here today. Again, I have a good friend, Monique. So, without any further ado, this gentleman, class of 1995, mechanical engineering major from Southern University and A&M College, now the founder and CEO, creator of the Daily Gospel Network. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together, show some love for George Sanders.
Oh my goodness.
What's going on, brother?
Hey man, I am good. I'm so happy to see y'all. Thank y'all for having me, Miss Monique and Anthony Harris Brown. Thank y'all. I'm enjoying this first segment, man. Look, I just got schooled. I had no idea Alabama had that many HBCUs. For God's sake.
This is why you come to the show. You
Yes,
always
sir.
want to learn something.
Well, I definitely didn't know that. Didn't know.
Let's go in real quick and let's talk about your experience at Southern University. What was it like, or what even got you there?
Well, I went there on a scholarship and very shortly lost it. I had a blast at Southern, man. Let me tell you something. Look, Southern University does not owe me anything. I had a blast. I met, friends for a lifetime. It wasn't far from my home. It was about 60 minutes from where I grew up. So it was easy to, get back home and still see my folks, but far enough that I could enjoy being independent. And at the time, it was one of the larger HBCUs out there during the time in the late 80s, early 90s. And I just had a blast. It was a very much a community situation. Professors really looked out for you. They understood what their mission was, and they gave you the love that you needed, and they gave you the tough love that you needed. So awesome experience. I enjoyed every minute of it.
I love that. Gave you the love that you needed and the tough love.
Yeah. I didn't understand it at the time, because your expectation is that, when you're young, you just want everybody to be nice to you, and you don't, and you have these rose-colored glass views of life that, you're going to go there, you're going to major in something, and you're going to get this great job, and then you're going to live happily ever after, and you're going to buy your Mercedes and a big house and have a wife and 2 kids or 3 kids. And they understood that life wasn't painted out that way. And so I could remember the chancellor of the engineering department. He would say, "Sanders, you don't take life too serious. You need to get yourself together." I'd be like, "Man, I am together. What are you talking about?" And he said, "You come to class late. You barely do your homework. You're not taking this serious." And I had a rude awakening, but with a lot of my professors' help, and also the community of students, I was able to graduate. I got into the curriculum. Once being knee deep into the curriculum, I kind of realized that this wasn't, where my passion lied.
Don't tell it yet.
But nevertheless, I'm very proud to have that degree, and I'm proud to have graduated from Southern University.
Awesome sauce, man. Appreciate that. Thank you for sharing that. Monique, what you got for?
Well, what I have, I guess, to me, what was it like that made you? Some students change their majors. I know I myself, I went from music was my passion, to psychology. I know. Like, I changed and I had to stay like an extra semester. But why didn't you? You just was like, forget it, or didn't want to go through it?
Well, I just didn't know. I had no clue of what my passion was, right? I knew because I had an opportunity. Southern had in their engineering department has a very strong intern program. And I was fortunate to intern with General Motors in Anderson, Indiana. And so the intern program worked for what its purpose was, to get you acclimated to doing that as a living. Now, it kind of had a little bit of a reverse effect on me, because I actually got a chance to work it as a job. And then I realized, hey, this is not what I want to do for the next 35, 40 years, or however long you're supposed to work and retire. I realized it didn't even fit my personality. But when you come from a small town, I come from a very rural small town, and people tell you, well, you're good in math, you're good in science, this is what you need to be, and the options seem minimized for me. Like, okay, you're going to be an engineer, and then on top of that, they say, man, engineers make good money. And
wow,
like I said, I'm the highest paid person I knew back home at that time, I think, was making like $30,000 a year, and that was like, that was big time, right? Okay. And so they told me an engineer back in the late 80s, early 90s started.
That was good money, Doc. That was good money.
Well, an engineer at that time started making $45,000, $50,000 fresh out of college. So I'm thinking, like, I'm almost doubling the highest paid guy back home. Yeah, I want to be an engineer. Sign me up, right? So, but it's more to life than just money, right? You got to enjoy what you do every day, and sometimes it just takes life experiences.
I'm quite sure that
to find out.
So, George, here's a question for you. I'm just curious. So, when and where did you find your passion in television broadcasting? And to create this company called the Daily Gospel Network.
Well, it was. We don't have enough time on this show, I can tell you that. But I'll give you the Cliff Note version.
Yeah, right across the field.
Yeah, I'll give you the abbreviated version. I sold cars. Once I lost my scholarship, I had to pay for college, right? So I sold cars to get through college, right? And in college, I got a job as a finance manager. And then from being a finance manager at a car dealership, then I was able to I got into real estate financing. So I opened up my own mortgage company. And I really wanted to advertise really, really bad for my mortgage company, right? And I save up enough money to get some airtime on television, but I had this specific idea for a television commercial for me. So I get they bring the television crew out there and they film my commercial, and it was nothing like I wanted. And I came up with a bright idea that I could do better than them. So I fired them, and then I bought me some camera equipment, and I shot my first commercial. It was horrible. It was the worst piece of film you would ever see in your life. But in the process of doing it, I realized that, man, this is so cool that I could put my image and I can create something that I wanted. And that's where it started. And when the recession happened, I closed a mortgage company, and people would contact me and they'd say, hey, man, you know, that commercial that you did, which I thought was horrible, which it was. Other businesses contacted me and said, hey, who did your commercial? And I said, I did it. And they wanted to contract me to do their commercial. And I got some work from that. And then by default, I started producing television shows. And then one thing led to another. And here we are, Daily Gospel Network.
Wait, so I'm just curious to know real quick, where's that commercial now?
Right, I want to see it.
You will never know. Man, if you dig it up, Anthony Harris Brown, we're going to have problems.
Check out the circuit it was on, see what we can do.
Oh, my God. Let me tell you something real quick. I keep a lot of my old work, and I watch it on YouTube, and I know it's nowhere near the kind of work we do now, but I'm able to watch it. And I'm able to see my evolution and progression. And I'm also able to tell other people when they're getting into this industry, it doesn't happen overnight, but you just got to stick at it. Yeah.
Wow. This, ladies and gentlemen, we have been sitting here chatting with George Sanders, the founder and creator of the Daily Gospel Network. Now, we're going to chat more with him right after this commercial break. Hey everyone, let me tell you about exclusively HBCU. They are more than your typical subscription box service. Their mission is to highlight and collaborate with other HBCU alums and entrepreneurs while providing opportunity to scholarships to current and future HBCU scholars. And did I mention they have a really great product line like this, and this, and even this. The company's aim is to bring awareness to HBCU's rich history and showcase why our alma mater is still relevant and essential today. Now, they want to continue their support by donating 10% of each sale to the United Negro College Fund by using the promo code UNCF at checkout. So go check out their website at www.exclusivelyhbcu.com and grab you something nice for yourself or that HBCU student will do it. Better yet, sign up for the quarterly subscription box and use promo code UNCF at the checkout. And by the way, tell them that your Uncle Anthony sent you.
For more than 75 years, UNCF, the United Negro College Fund, has worked to combat deep-rooted obstacles to higher educational access, achievement, and career success, annually providing financial and educational support to our 37-member historically Black colleges and universities. Please give what you can. UNCF, our HBCUs, and our students appreciate you and your donation, no matter how big or small. A mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Did you know you can apply to over 50 HBCUs for only $20? You can with the Common Black College application. My name is Robert Mason. I'm the founder of the CBCA. Over 250,000 students have completed the application and received multiple acceptance letters, financial aid packages, and scholarship offers. So visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to pay only $20 to apply now. And don't forget to order your copy of the book, Get Educated, The Man Behind the Common Black College Application. Thank you, and get educated. HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours.
Hey everyone, here's another Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. And today's thought is, you can't lead the people if you don't love the people. You can't save the people if you don't serve the people. To all my leaders or those aspiring to be one someday, take this friendly advice. In all that you do, one must exhibit a level of love and service. You can't lead where you don't go, and you can't teach what you don't know. Be sure to start with the heart and lead with compassion. That's all I got for you today. Remember to do all the things on social media. Now go out and share this message now. I want you to go out and make today absolutely amazing. As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload. Hey, welcome back to the show. We've been sitting here chatting with George Sanders, the founder, creator of the Daily Gospel Network. Now, George, we still got a little time. And so now, let's just, we cut across the field to talk about how you even got into this. So let's talk about and share with our viewing audience, what is the Daily Gospel Network?
Yes.
Well, that is the Daily Gospel Network is a multitude of things, but what we are we're a television broadcasting network, and we spread the good news of Jesus Christ every single day with over 300 broadcasting partners that are ministry leaders, pastors, men and women of God. We've just opened up our broadcasting to everyday folks who want to create talk shows, cooking shows, shows about different topics and subject matter, so that we can allow people to use, we talked about their passion, and be able to teach and inform other people. And as I said, we can be found on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and our internet station, which is the Daily Gospel Network.tv. So if you want to be inspired, motivated, and encouraged, I would challenge you to jump on and catch a segment, because we have some wonderful folks, just like the HBCU Alumni House Party, and soon Miss Monique's show that's going to be coming on very soon. So we're just excited about the lineup and all of the great things, and giving people an opportunity who've never had television. I've never thought of, I've always dreamed of being on television, the opportunity now to be on television. Yeah.
That is absolutely amazing. So when someone goes to your website, not only are they able to see Daily Gospel Network, but they also can catch out your other platforms.
Yes, we have Daily Gospel Network International. We have Daily Gospel Network Plus, and of course we have the what we like to call the mother station, which is Daily Gospel Network. And you're able to go on and watch showcases of all of the folks that are on the Daily Gospel Network, and watch previous episodes of their shows. And so it's been a wonderful journey that we've been on. I recall when we started, we had 3 churches, right? And so I kept scratching my head, saying, man, you can't run a network with just 3 churches. What are you going to do? And, by the grace of God, we were able to start running Facebook and Instagram ads. And literally within a few months, we were up to 150. And throughout this past, I would say 3 years, 3.5 years, we've had somewhere in the neighborhood of 600 different programmers on the Daily Gospel Network. And we just continue to grow. And the part that I'm so enthused about is that we have other entities like the Talk Show Academy, where we actually teach people, if they have the desire and they want to, we teach people how to utilize platforms like what we're on right now and create their own talk shows, from the comfort and conveniences of their homes. If they got a studio, if they're looking at building a studio, however they want to do it, we teach them, and we do it with really, really great, budget. So you don't have to think about, okay, my God, I'm going to have to go to Tyler Perry Studios or Spike Lee's film place or Hollywood or someplace. We show you how to do it with a minimal budget.
Also, you're able to help people, just everyday, ordinary people, just to kind of let me show you how you can get your ministry or your message out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And for a lot of churches, just how to give the right presentation on your Facebook Lives, how to get the right presentation on your Bible studies. And it's just helped a lot of people, because so many of us, we have so many talents that just, how I always say it, guys, that we're all experts. We have something that we can give the world that we know better than the next person, that comes easy to us, that may come difficult to the other person. And that you have an obligation to the world to let people know about that.
Right. Now, Mr. George, if someone wanted to like just watch the programming, is there a subscription fee for that?
No, it is 100% free.
It's
Thank you for
free.
asking that. It is 100% free. So you get an opportunity to see these wonderful people. And you know what's so cool about it is these are people that are just like you and I. There are people that just have something to say, and that under any other circumstance they wouldn't be. You know, I would say this in our trainings. 15 years ago, this wouldn't be possible.
Okay.
And so these are just some, and I'm on your Daily Gospel Network showcase page right now, and these are just some of the shows that are currently on any of the channels currently. So from anything from Table Talk at the Well to Living Water, I see different church ministries. It's a plethora of opportunities, and this is 24 hours.
24 hours a day. So if you're just looking for the pick me up and you want to hear the word, you want to hear the encouragement, we have shows that are ranging from people talking about from mental health, cooking shows, relationship shows. And listen, if you're interested, reach out to us. You can reach us on dailygospelnetwork.tv. And let us know about an idea that you have, because we're welcoming just new ideas and concepts.
Listen, George, we got so much. I got a whole bunch more questions. I know Monique does too. But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you back for a part 2. So we're not gonna leave. So before we get out of here, Monique, you got anything you want to share with the people before we any thoughts you want to share?
Always, I always have something that my takeaways from the show. Today's takeaway would be find your passion, because everything else would probably just seem like a job. So find your passion so you'll love what you do.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, you have been watching the HBCU Alumni House Party Show. For more information about what we do, how we do, when we do, visit my website at aharrisbrown.com. So you can learn more about where we broadcast on all of our platforms and stations, or you can listen on our podcast or anything else. Hey, we'll be back with more. So we're on podcasts, we're on DGN, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on the online radio, we're everywhere. Yes. And we even got a new network we're going to be coming to real soon. You're going to just hold that thought. I'm going to tell y'all as soon as the ink is dry. Listen, George, thank you for being here today. We are not done. He's coming back next week for part 2 of this conversation. You are watching the HBCU Alumni House Party. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for tuning in to another fabulous segment of the HBCU House Party with your host, Anthony Brown. Tune in next week for more fun, education, and inspiration as we spotlight historically Black universities and colleges all over the country. So, until next time, support an HBCU and help cultivate the wealth of talent these universities and colleges have to offer. You never know, the student you help could be the next one to change the world.
HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Hey, where you from? Where you from? Where you from? Where you from? My HBCU better than yours. HBCU better than yours. Either from the sweat or the Mia, CIAA or the CA. HBCU is where the beat we compete, but we're family. Either from the sweat. CIAA or the CA. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My